Om Sri Sai Ram. After seeing the application of integration for finding out areas, we are coming to the last topic in calculus, and it is called differential equations. The beauty of this particular chapter is we will be simultaneously using differentiation and integration. As such, you are familiar with the term equation. You are been studying right from 7th or 8th standard. You began with linear equation in one variable. Then you have studied about linear equations in two variables. And then you have solved equations with three or more variables by using matrix. You also studied about trigonometric equations. And now we are going to study about differential equation. What actually equation means? Every equation will have a variable, and then we find the value of that particular variable. The moment we find that particular value of the variable, we call it a solution. And how do you know the solution which you got is correct or not? When we substitute that value in the equation, the left hand side is equal to right hand side, and we know that it is a solution. But when it comes to differential equation, things are slightly different. How they are different? Here, the equation is made of dependent variable and its derivatives. What is dependent variable? Now let us say if y is expressed in terms of x, x is called independent variable. Take a simple example, y equal to x plus 1. As you keep changing the value of x, y changes. But what is that you are actually changing? You are changing x. So x is called independent variable, y is called dependent variable. If y is dependent variable, dy by dx is called its derivative. d2y by dx square, second derivative. d3y by dx cube, third derivative. So an equation which consists of derivatives of dependent variable is called differential equation. And very interestingly, when we go to the solution part of it, you are not going to get a value. You are going to get a function. You are going to get a function as a solution. When you take a function and find derivative, we call it differential coefficient. And here, after integration, when we get back the function. Because integration and differentiation are reciprocal operations. So, in a very elaborate way, in our textbook, these concepts are being explained. As such, the whole thing which is being explained can be understood just in two sentences. He is just going to discuss about what is differential equation, and then he is going to discuss about order of differential equation. An equation in which the highest order derivative which is used decides the order. Suppose the equation has got dy by dx. dy by dx is first order derivative. So we say equation is of first order. Suppose d2y by dx square is used, we are going to say that it is second order. Suppose it is used d3y by dx cube, we say it is third order differential equation. So basically, what does decide differential equation? The differential equation's order is decided by the order of highest derivative which is there in the equation. Then how do you decide degree? The highest order derivative's power. Suppose it is square, it is cube, then that square or cube decides the degree. But there is one small thing which we are going to come across as we proceed. Okay? So let us see the theoretical part. Quickly we will go through that, but the essence of all that I have already explained to you. Okay? So let us begin. Yes. These are different equations which you have studied. This is a quadratic equation because the highest power is 2. In algebra we come across. This is called trigonometric equations because trigonometric functions are used, and this is a very simple polynomial equation with two variables. Okay. We are familiar with all these things and we also learned how to find solutions. Now look at this one. Let us consider the equation x dy by dx plus y equal to 0. In general, not a rule, in general, x is taken as independent variable, y is taken as dependent variable. So this particular equation, if you observe, what do you find? It has got a dependent variable y and it also got the derivative of dependent variable. Okay, so what does he say? We see that the equation 1, 2, 3 involved independent or dependent variables only. These equations which we already studied, they had just dependent variable y, independent variable x, nothing more than that. But this particular equation, apart from x and y, it also got derivative. Okay, so we see that 1, 2, 3 involved independent and dependent variable only, but equation 4, this is the equation number 4, involves variable. Which is the variable? X and y. Okay, and in that x is called independent and y is called dependent variable, but along with that, derivative of dependent variable, dy by dx. Okay, with respect to the independent variable, such an equation is called differential equation. So how do you define differential equation? It has got derivatives apart from x and y. In general, an equation involving derivative of the dependent variable with respect to independent variable. What do you mean by that? It means it is not just dy, it is dy by dx. What is x there? Independent variable. What is y there? Dependent variable. Derivative of dependent variable with respect to independent variable x. Okay, is called differential equation. A differential equation involving derivatives of dependent variable with respect to only one independent variable is called ordinary differential equations. And we are only going to study about such equations because other equations we study in the degree level, in the higher classes. So here is another differential equation. Observe this. What do you find here? You find dy by dx, derivative of y with respect to x, and then d2y by dx square. What is it? It is the second derivative of the same. This is an ordinary differential equation. Of course, there are differential equations involving derivatives with respect to more than one independent variable called partial differential equations. But partial differential equations we study in the degree level, not now. At this stage, we shall confine ourselves to the study of ordinary differential equations only. Now onwards, we will use the term differential equation for ordinary differential equations. Yes, this is also familiar to you, not that you are not aware of it, but still, once again quickly go through y dash. Instead of writing dy by dx, some places in the textbook he uses y dash. In some books he also uses y1. y1 also means y dash means dy by dx. Similarly, y double dash is for second derivative. Sometimes they use y2. Okay. Similarly, this is for third. For derivative of higher order, it will be convenient to use so many dashes as super suffix. Therefore, we use the notation yn. See, if you put y in place of n, if you put 1, it is y1. y1 is nothing but dy by dx. If you put 2, y2 is nothing but d2y by dx square. Because so many dashes if you put, you have to keep counting how many dashes are there. So more convenient is in place of n, write 1, 2, 3. If you write 3, it means d3y by dx cube. Okay. Order of differential equation, we already defined. How do we define order of differential equation? Depending upon the order of highest derivative in the equation. So let us see quickly. Order of differential equation is defined as order of highest order derivative of the dependent variable with respect to independent variable involved in the given differential equation. We already discussed. Consider the following differential equations. All of them are differential equations. Why? Because derivatives are used. We have dy by dx, d2y by dx square, etc. So all of them are differential equation. Now can you tell the order? Can you tell the order of them? Very simple. This has got first order derivative. Why? This is the first order derivative, so the order of this differential equation is 1. This particular equation has got second order derivative, so order of this equation is 2. Look at this equation. This has got second order derivative, it also got third order derivative. Highest is what? Third order. So its order is also 1. Now come to degree of differential equation. Yes, here there is some small thing you need to remember. What is that we need to remember? Make sure that these derivatives are that of polynomial function. Means what? All that which we have seen are all polynomial function only, y and x. But suppose if we come across sine of dy by dx, cos of dy by dx, sin y can be there, cos y can be there, but the derivatives cannot be of any other function. Means logarithmic function, exponential function, trigonometric functions. Then we say degree is not defined. Okay, if it is not so, let us assume that it is algebraic only. How do you define the degree of differential equation? How do we define the order? We define the order of the equation by seeing the highest order derivative. So once again look for highest order derivative and see what is its power. Its power is nothing, means 1. In that case degree is 1. Suppose there is square, second degree, 3 is there, third degree. Very simple. Look at these equations. These are all examples. Look at the first equation. It has got third order derivative, second order derivative, first order derivative. So let us first decide what is its order. The order is 3. Why? Because the highest order derivative is d3y by dx cube. But we are discussing about degree. What is its power? Second order derivative's power is 2, but third order derivative's power is nothing, means 1. So its degree is 1. For this particular equation, the degree is 1, order is 3. Look at this equation. It has got dy by dx, it has got dy by dx whole square minus sine square. This kind of sine square y, sine square x, there is no problem. Okay, so for this equation we can define the degree. But before you define the degree, define the order. What is the order? There is only first order derivative, so the order is 1. But what is its degree? The highest power of dy by dx is 2. So the degree of this equation is 2. Order is 1, degree is 2. Even though there is sine square y independently. There can be sine y, cos y independently. But when you come to third equation, observe. Dy by dx is fine. This is sine of dy by dx. Whenever it is sine of derivative, cos of derivative, e to the power derivative, log of derivative, we say degree is not defined. This is what he has explained. We observe that equation number is a polynomial equation, y triple dash, y double dash, etc. Equation 10 is a polynomial equation in y dash, not a polynomial in y, though degree of such differential equations can be defined. But the last one, 11 is not a polynomial equation in y dash, and degree of such differential equation cannot be defined. So if you come across sine of, cos of, e to the power of, log of, anything with dy by dx or d2y by dx square, we cannot define the degree. But now he comes to the definition. Same definition which we have defined. What is it? By the degree of differential equation, when it is a polynomial equation in derivatives, we mean, what do we mean? The highest power, remember positive, for order as well as degree, both are positive numbers. Positive integral index of the highest derivative involved in the given differential equation. In view of the above definitions, one may observe that the differential equations 6, 7, 8, 9 each are degree 1, equation 10 is of degree 2, while the degree of differential equation 11 is not defined. Why it is not defined? Because there was sine of dy by dx. Now, here we have a very simple exercise, and these problems are generally asked for 1 mark. What is that we have to tell? He says, determine the order and degree. We'll quickly go through in 5 minutes time. In fact, you can do on your own. Let us look at the first equation. d4y by dx to the power 4 sine of y triple dash. Y triple dash means what? d3y by dx cube equal to 0. What is its order? Highest power, highest derivative is of fourth order. So the order of the differential equation is 4. What about degree? Degree is not defined. Why it is not defined? Because there is sine of d3y by dx cube. So for first problem, the order is 4, degree is not defined. Come to the second. Y dash plus 5y equal to 0. Y dash means what? dy by dx. Order is 1. What is its power? That is also 1. And there is no function like this. So order is 1, degree is also 1. Come to the third problem. Instead of y, he has taken xs. Any variable can be taken. So look at this equation. It has got second order derivative. It has got first order derivative. How do you define the order? Highest order derivative. So what is the highest order derivative? Second order derivative. So its order is 2. What is its power? You don't look at the power of ds by dt. You look at the power of that. Nothing is given. It means it is 1. So for third equation, the order is 2, but degree is 1. Look at the fourth equation. Here we have dy by dx, here we have d2y by dx square. So what is its order? Highest is second order. So order of this equation is 2. What about degree? When we come to degree, we find that there is cos of dy by dx. Whenever such thing happen, we say degree is not defined. So the order is 2, but degree is not defined. Come to this equation. d2y by dx square equal to cos 3x plus sin 3x. Look at the derivative. Derivative is of second order. So its order is 2. What about degree? Can we define degree? This also got cos 3x and sin 3x. Can we define? Yes, because there is no cos or sin of derivative. If only it was cos of dy by dx, sin of dy by dx, then we say it is not defined. So how do you decide the degree then? Just look at the highest power, the power of the derivative. Order of second order derivative is d2y by dx square. Nothing is there as a power, it means it is 1. So it is second order, but first degree. Look at this equation carefully. Here we have third order, here you have second order, here you have got first order. Highest order, third. So its order is 3. What about degree? Its power. What is its power? 2. So for sixth equation, the order is 3, degree is 2. Come to the seventh problem. Here also you have got third order, second order, first order derivatives. Highest order, third order. What is its power? Nothing is mentioned, so it is 1. So order is 3, degree is 1. Come to the next question. Y dash plus y equal to e to the power x. Even though there is e to the power x, remember e to the power there is no derivative. Suppose e to the power instead of x, if you have got dy by dx, then we say its degree is not defined. As far as y and dy are independent here, we can say that we can define the degree. So what is its order? There is only y dash. Y dash means first order derivative. So order is 1, degree is also 1. Come to the ninth problem. Here you have y double dash and y. Highest order, y double dash. Y double dash means what? d2y by dx square. So order is 2, second order derivative. What is its power? Power is 1. So it is second order equation with 1 degree. Come to the 10th problem. Here you have y double dash, sin y. There is no problem as far as sin y, sin x, etc. are there. Problem is if there is sin of dy by dx, if sin of d2y by dx, then there is a problem. So for this we can define the degree. What is the highest order derivative? Y double dash. Y double dash means second order. So its order is 2. And what is its power? Nothing is mentioned, means 1. So it is second order, first degree. Same kind of problem he has given as a multiple choice. Okay. So the degree of differential equation. What is the degree of this differential equation? By now I am sure you got it. You can easily tell. How do we decide the degree? Please ensure that there is no sign of derivative. Whereas here you can see sign of dy by dx. So what do we conclude? Not defined. This is the correct answer. Look at the last one. He is only asking the order. When he is asking the order, what is the highest order derivative? d2y by dx square. So what is the order? Second order. A is the answer. So this is as simple as that to define order and degree. And the good thing about it is that generally they ask a problem based upon this as 1 mark question. Okay, let us move from here to the next topic, next subtopic. General solution of equation. What do you mean by general solution? We know that when we solve an equation, we get the answer of the variable, which we call it solution. Here we come across two types of solutions. One is called general solution, another is called particular solution. It is something like indefinite integral and definite integral. What is the difference between indefinite integral and definite integral? Indefinite integral, after integration, whatever be the function, we write plus c. What do you call that c? It is called constant of integration. Now for that constant of integration, somebody can give a value 1, another can give value 10, somebody else can give value 100. So for indefinite integral, there are indefinite number of solutions based upon value of c. So when we come to definite integral, what happens? We have got definite limits, lower limit and upper limit. And when we substitute, we don't have c in the solution. Since we do not have c in the solution, constant of integration, the solution which you get is only one solution. So that is like particular solution. Okay? So it's similar to that is the solution of differential equation. So what does he say? In earlier classes, we have solved the equations of this type. This is a quadratic equation and this is a trigonometric equation. All this we have already studied. Okay? Solution of equation 1 and 2 are numbers, real or complex, that will satisfy the given equation. For example, x square plus 1 equal to 0. How do you find the solution? Shift plus 1 that side. So what do you get? X square equal to minus 1. And we know that there is no real number whose square is negative number. So the solution which you are going to get is imaginary, complex. So what is under root of minus 1? We imagine that under root of minus 1 is I. So it is I square. So in this case, it is complex. Wherever imaginary numbers are used, we call them complex roots. Okay. This is a trigonometric equation. Okay. So that is fine. Come to this equation. Now consider the differential equation. Why we are calling it differential equation? Because there is derivative. Second order derivative is being used. So in contrast to means he is basically explaining the difference between algebraic, trigonometric compared to differential equation. What is the basic difference he says? The difference is when we solve differential equation, we don't get a number. We don't get a value. We get a function. Look at this. In contrast to the first two equations, the solution of this differential equation is a function phi. It is a function. It is not a number. That will satisfy it. Means when you substitute that, it will satisfy. When the function phi is substituted for the unknown y, that is for dependent variable, in the given differential equation, left hand side becomes right hand side. In algebraic equation, how do you verify a solution? Substitute the value of x or y which you got. If left hand side is equal to right hand side, we say it is a solution. Same way. Now, the curve y equal to phi x. He has given an equation. And what is the solution? Solution is going to be a function. So he is taking that function as y equal to phi x. Okay. Is called the solution of the function of the equation. And how do you understand it? The function can be anything. Here it is algebraic. Here it is trigonometric. It can be anything. But remember, you are not going to get a number like algebraic or trigonometric, where a and b belongs to R, means they are real numbers. When this function and its derivative are substituted in the equation 3, left hand side becomes right hand side. He is telling us how to verify. See, there we were substituting the value of x and y. But here we don't have, apart from x and y, we also have got derivatives. So that derivative to substitute, we are taking y equal to a function. So if you know y equal to some function, let us say y equal to sin x. So now you can tell what is dy by dx, cos x. What is d2y by dx square, minus sin x. Substitute all those values in the equation as per the requirement. If the left hand side is equal to right hand side, it is balanced. Okay. So the main difference between other equations and differential equation is the solution is not a real number, solution is not a complex number, solution is a function. How do you verify? Once you know the function for dependent variable y, you can find derivative first, second, third as per the requirement. Substitute back in the equation. If the left hand side is equal to right hand side, it is a solution. Now, he says function phi consists of two arbitrary constants. Instead of one, suppose there are two arbitrary constants, okay, a and b, and it is called general solution of given differential equation, whereas function phi1 contains no arbitrary constants but only a particular value of the parameters of a and b, hence it is called particular solution of differential equation. Now he is trying to explain the difference between general solution and particular solution. General solution we have understood. How to define particular solution? When you give particular values to the constants a and b, you get a particular solution. Okay. The solution which contains arbitrary constants a, b, if it contains a, b, it is general solution. Whereas if you substitute the values of a and b, what you get is called particular equation. The solution free from arbitrary constants means it has no a, b, etc. What we obtain from general solution by giving particular values to arbitrary constant is called particular solution. Now we will solve problems. What kind of problems we have? He has given a function. He is asking whether this particular function is a solution for this equation. Very simple problems, but it will clear the concept much better. So let us solve them. Remember, this is the solution, this is the equation. How do you know? Because this contains dy by dx. The equation is dy by dx plus sin x equal to 0. So how to know this is a solution or not? He has given the value of dependent variable. Since you know the value of y, you can find out dy by dx. Find out. Independently find out dy by dx. What is the derivative of cos x? Derivative of cos x is minus sin x. Substitute this value in the left hand side. If it is equal to right hand side, it is a solution. Very simple. So substitute the value of dy by dx. So it is minus sin x plus sin x equal to 0, which is right hand side. Conclusion. What is the conclusion? The conclusion is the given function is a solution of the given differential equation. That is the conclusion. The given function is a solution of differential equation. Sorry, one small thing here. Y equal to cos x plus c. What is the derivative of c? d dx of c. Derivative of constant is 0. So that's why we did not mention. Okay. So we conclude that the given function is a solution Let us move to the next problem. Yes, y equal to ax is a function. And then he says this is the equation. What is the equation? Write it for our convenience. It is x dy by dx equal to y. He says y equal to ax. So if y equal to ax, what is dy by dx? Dy by dx equal to ddx of ax. A can come out, and what is ddx of x is 1. So it is just a. We want to know whether this function is a solution of the given equation or not. So how do you do that? Substitute one side. If it comes equal to other side, it is so. So substitute here in the left hand side. Left hand side is equal to x dy by dx. What is dy by dx? It is a. What is ax? He has given that it is equal to y, and y is nothing but right hand side. Left hand side is equal to right hand side. Conclusion that y equal to ax is a solution. Very simple, very simple problems. Yes, come to the 7th problem. First write down the equation. Y dash is nothing but dy by dx equal to y square upon 1 minus xy. This is the equation. And he says xy equal to log y plus c is the solution. If this is the solution, we want to check whether this is the solution of this equation. How do we do that? In order to do that, you need to know what is y so that you can substitute. You also need to know what is dy by dx. So simplify this. This solution, this function is xy equal to log y. Proceed. What is to be done? We need to know dy by dx. How do you do that? Differentiate both sides. ddx of x into y equal to ddx of log y. Here you apply product formula. Derivative of first function, that is ddx of x into y plus x into dy by dx equal to, remember here we have log y, here we have dx. Y cannot be differentiated with respect to x. So we convert into ddy log y dy by dx. So this will become ddy of log y into dy by dx. Hope you are able to recollect the differentiation which you have done 2 months back. Simplify this. ddx of x is 1. 1 into y is y plus x dy by dx equal to, what is ddy of log y? It is 1 by y. Is this part clear to you? Now we have to solve further. Either you just keep solving this and get off this answer, or substitute, find out the value of y from this, find out dy by dx from this, and then substitute. That is going to be little longer. More easier will be try to collect the terms of dy by dx. So if you try to collect it, you can say it is x minus 1 by y dy by dx equal to minus y. This y can be taken that side. Simplify this. So what you will get? Simplify this, you will get xy minus 1 by y dy by dx equal to minus y. Keep dy by dx, shift this to that side. Y into y, it will become y square minus y square upon xy minus 1. Take this negative sign inside. So what will happen? What is negative will become positive. What is positive, it will become negative. Minus of minus will become 1 minus xy. This is what he is talking about, equation. So no need to substitute. We simplified the solution to get the equation. What did we get? We got dy by dx equal to y square upon 1 minus xy. Conclusion, the given function is a solution of the given differential equation. Come to the 9th problem. Slowly from polynomial to trigonometric functions. Yes, look at this, but before you solve, write the equation. What is the equation? It is y square dy by dx plus y square plus 1 equal to 0. Leave it aside. Come to this. This can be written. This is x plus y equal to tan inverse y. So simply differentiating with respect to x. So what will get? You will get ddx of x plus dy by dx equal to ddx of tan inverse y. What is ddx of x? It is 1 plus dy by dx. There is no issue here also, but here we have tan inverse y with respect to x. So you have to change it. So we will say ddy of tan inverse y into dy by dx. What is derivative of tan inverse y? It is 1 upon 1 plus y square. So here we get 1 plus dy by dx equal to 1 upon 1 plus y square dy by dx. This is what we got. Now what you do is take this to that side. You will have 1 equal to 1 upon 1 plus y square minus 1 into dy by dx. Simplify this. You will get 1 minus y square, or in other terms equal to minus y square upon 1 plus y square dy by dx. Simplify further. Now there are two ways of doing it. One way of doing is just find out dy by dx and substitute. You will get the answer. That is, what is dy by dx? We are just doing it here. We can say dy by dx equal to, shift this to other side. So whatever is in denominator will come to numerator. Whatever is in numerator will come to denominator. So you will have 1 plus y square by minus y square. Substitute the value of this in this equation. So actually speaking, this y square can be kept there also, because you can directly substitute its value. So let us keep this y square that side. This can be written as 1 plus y square equal to minus y square dy by dx. Substitute the value of y square dy by dx in the equation. This negative sign will come this side. So it will be minus 1 minus y square. This is the value of this whole thing, plus y square plus 1. So minus 1 plus 1 0, minus y square plus y square equal to 0, which is right hand side. Conclusion? The conclusion is the given function is a solution of the given differential equation. Why? Because its derivative, when substituted, the equation is balanced. Yes, we have come to the last part of the problem. It is an objective question. It's not a problem to be solved. What does he say? The number of arbitrary constants in a general solution of a differential equation of fourth order are. Very simple answer. Order is 1, constant is 1. Order is 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Here he says number of arbitrary constants in fourth order derivative. Number of constants are going to be 4. If it is second order, 2 will be there. Third order, 3 will be there. First order, 1 will be there. So the answer is 4. Okay. With this, we come to a close of this particular session where we have studied about order of differential equation, degree of differential equation, and we also learned how to know whether a given function is a solution of differential equation or not. In the next section, we are going to study how to form differential equation. And then we are going to study how to solve differential equations. Till then, Sai Ram, thank you.